Okay, so here we are again in another video, and today, as always, we're gonna start with the DXY. But this weekend I've been doing some changes, some research, some asking with Gemini, and I think that my strategy was profitable. Well, I don't think it. Because of my data, I know that my strategy was profitable because of the break evens and 50%, but I never took big moves. Well, not big moves. Like I think I didn't take the proper moves that moved with like the reversals that I wanted. And London, for example, looking for a reversal in London is pretty difficult because usually it's a continuation. So I looked for a new strategy in London that I have to try. It's not tested yet. And on New York, I'm gonna study. I'm gonna trade, not yet, but I'm gonna trade probably the strategy that I was trading. But the M1 confirmation, it won't be an engulfing candle or two engulfing candles. It will be an M1 BOS. Okay, so I'm gonna have fewer trades, but I think that the trades that I take will be better, more confirmed, and I'm gonna look for bigger targets. Today I took one trade, not on a real account, but here on TradingView that I'm gonna show you right now. And well, first of all, the H4, well, and another thing that I changed is that I'm looking for the relevant liquidity on H4. More or less, it's the same as H1, as you can see. So here we had previous weekly low, we had relevant liquidity on H4 from the previous weekly low, and here to the downside. So if I go to H1, it's the same, the fucking same. What I'm gonna look for is for the ATR levels. I want my pair to trade far, like have a lot of pips. For example, on well, this is DXY, but close to the ATR level are enough pips for the day to reverse. So I'm gonna try to look for overextension move, overextended moves to trade. Okay, more or less what I'm doing right now, but more confirmed. Yeah, more precise, I think. So EU, as you can see, we had this previous weekly high. Well, on H1 you can see it clearly. Like we had this round liquidity H4. Well, previous weekly high, we took this round liquidity H4 here, or round liquidity H1, more or less the same. And then here, this one to the upside. My continuation strategy is to look for the continuation after touching the 50% of the impulse. Okay, so for example, if in the morning I have this impulse to the upside, or I have one here to the left, I wait for the 50%. Yeah, so well, the view is here really. So I wait for the 50% and then I look for an entry, taking some liquidity to the left. So for example, if the price would have come here and then we have an M5 BOS and then an M1 BOS here, I would have looked for the continuation. Okay, so I'm not gonna have a lot of trades, but I think the ones that I'm gonna have are going to be good in my opinion, probably. So we will see. Okay, and then I was looking for the reversal here, but no trades for me as we had no break of structure. Well, the break of structure on M5 was here, and maybe I could have looked for an entry here after this break. But well, I think, let me see. Yeah, so the problem here is to cover everything. But well, we have the break here, so this is, yeah, no. So this would have been my target, and well, this should have been the trade, but I didn't take it because I was working and I only saw one trade, okay, on USD/JPY that I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so GU, more or less the same, but in this case, well, I had this impulse, but as we broke this, well, it was out of timing, so yeah, I was waiting for this to be taken with the previous daily low for the continuation, but we didn't take it, so we took the previous weekly high, leaving this round liquidity on H4 here too. And I was looking for the reversal, but well, we had no break of structure here. On M5 it's down here, so I'm not trading that. This one is down here, so yeah, I think it's okay, but I have to look for more testing, okay? USD/JPY, in this case, well, H4. Opa, venga. Okay. So H4, we had the breakup structure here, so here we had previous weekly low and travel liquidity on H4 to look for reversals. As you can see, I had the FIBO here as this candle had a wick here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a wick here. And well, I was waiting for this 50% to be touched, but it didn't touch it. Well, it did, but we didn't take real liquidity to the left, and we had the breakout structure out of timing, okay? So the price went down. We had this first breakout structure here with past the ATR level, and then on M1, so we had the breakout structure here, and then on M1 we had the breakout structure here, and I just entered after the breakout structure. I waited for a little bit of mitigation, and well, entry here. The stop loss far from the low because it's too big in my opinion. I have to refine the stop losses. I think they are too big, but well. And then my target is this real liquidity on M5. Maybe I could have placed it because my optimal RR now is 1 to 3. So maybe I could have placed it here. Well, I don't know, this low. $61. So yes, this is taken here. So the real liquidity on M5 is here. And probably my target should have been there. So yeah, it's okay, but yeah, I think I would have placed it here. Yeah, I don't fucking care. It's at 2.53, and now I'm not managing my trades. Okay, so yeah, this would have been the trade. I have to think about the stop loss because I'm not sure where to place it really. But yeah, I'm doing it like this, covering a lot trying to cover the break of the low. Well, yeah, the low of the break, and well here because on M5 I put it under this low, covering all the imbalance, okay? And well, TP, so that's nice. USD/CHF, so more or less the same. Previous weekly low on travel liquidity in H4, we had travel liquidity in H4 here and to the downside. So continuation trade would have been here, but we took the 50%, but not the real liquidity on M5. And then we had no breakup structure, so the breakup structure on M5 is here, and I think it's too far. I could have looked for a trade with this break and everything, but I don't really like that, okay? And I think it's out of timing, probably. Not sure, but I don't really like it. Or here. Yeah, I think the break is here. We go on M1. We have this break to the downside, and then this break to the upside, so probably the trade would have been something like this. And targeting what we have here. There's around 5, but yeah, probably targeting the high, and it's a 1 to 2, so yeah, I don't like that. So no trade for me here, of course. Just testing it. And in this case on USD CAD we had no trade. I was looking for the continuation trade as we bounced here on in the liquidity, so I think at some point we will take it. And we had the 50% of the movement so close. Yeah, but the price didn't reach this level. We had this rebel liquidity on M5 here, which it was really nice if in London it would have taken it and then continuation to the downside, but yeah, it's okay. So well, I hope you like this video, and of course, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.